am given them an argument and over sink it out even on an eye do deal. Okay, do deal. I pay for and keep as well. Unu choka Nigeria dem machoka Nigeria dem today. I need a buy fence. I need a buy fence starting from Ugwasa buy fence what you behind and there. Because now Afurom Ulu northern Nigeria ban in this country. Afurom Ulu haba obu no so city bues obwe. Enwe mgbe mu na mmadụ na-ekwu okwu mgbe si ada tana. Naka Nigeria ka dị today. Mezia imagine ma ọ bụ na n'ugwu Hausa ka mmanụ dị ka discover oil. For example, discover oil, discover coal, discover all these mineral resources ji na ana Igbo anyị, between ana Igbo anyị niile, ma South. Ya bụrụ kene nọ ebe dị ka Sokoto, Bauchi, Niger State, Taraba, or Taraba within the Hausa, no, they have been conquered also. Na bụrụ like Sokoto, Kano, Kaduna State have brought the Hausa, they are almost being conquered. Kaduna brought Hausa, all those far north, Sokoto Medugri them. Na bụrụ ebe ha ka discover mmanụ. Kita ya for how wicked and terrible these people. That's why I say gba fence Nigeria no ka separate ya na nda anụnwa gị na ha ekwesịghị igba agbata obi. Mpụta nneti mkpu na asụ na nda ndị Igbo anyị na convert to Islam in convert ya na wanu gị na kwulu na ha ma unu convert ya go back to them. Because from me ha bụ unu convert ya unu egwikwa na bai na-emezi ha import bata n'ime bai ka unu abịa na-agba agbata obi ka na-akụziri unu Islam. Ị na-ajụzi onwe gị Islam ndị Saudi Omar Qatar na-ekpe ọ dị iche na nke ndị anụnwa na-ekpe. Imanfo ezigbote onye Saudi yi white kaftan ya ka ọ na-eji egbu egbe akpaghalị up and down na awaghalị n'ime ọhịa. Why ụmụ bandit na ndị otu ya nọ na be ha kwa the same Islam ka a na-eme. Islam and Hausa-Fulani ethnic group is the worst scam that has ever happened in Nigeria. Take it from me. And end of this video.
One of the greatest scams that have ever existed in northern Nigeria, and in my own opinion, possibly responsible for all these atrocities going on, is the concept of the Hausa-Fulanis. I've taken my time to talk about this, but I think it's high time to talk about this. You see, the concept of Hausa-Fulanis is nothing but a scam and a weapon for atrocity. Why do I say this? Looking at it now, generally speaking, you can't say you are Hausa-Fulani because other languages, we don't have that. We don't have Igbo Yoruba or Igbo Fulani, Igbo Hausa, Yoruba Hausa, Yoruba Fulani, or other minority tribes Fulani. But why is it a point of interest in regards to this Hausa-Fulani concept? And people are normalizing this. And let me tell you one thing they do under the disguise of all this. The concept of Hausa-Fulani gives birth to people to actually claim originship or nationalities in places where they don't belong. Because let's put it straight. The Hausa man has his own culture and very proud of it. You hardly see a Hausa man claiming a culture that is not his or a state of origin that is not. Because all this thing is going to lead us to origin, indigenship and the rest of it. And same with the Fulanis. But it's just, should I say quite unfortunate or fortunate, that the Fulanis cannot claim indigenship in all parts of Nigeria. Even in some part of the north, they can't claim indigenship. They have some places they can claim indigenship. They have some places they can't claim indigenship. But when you marry the concept of Hausa-Fulanis, it now gives birth to even a Lebanese coming in to claim that he's a Nigerian. Even a Fulani from Senegal, Mali, Chad, Niger, or whatever, claiming indigenship to other parts. And this is what it does, sincerely speaking. And as a result of that now, we have opened our borders and we have become so porous to accommodate people that cannot be accounted for under the disguise of Hausa-Fulani. Because let's face it, when you tell me Hausa-Fulani, what is the culture of this kind of human being? What is his own culture? Because just like I keep saying, the general point of convergence at the end of the day for a man that doesn't have culture is actually he uses Islam. He comes under the disguise of Islam and say that because they are all Muslims, they are now all one. And as a result of that, that has succeeded in creating so much havoc. So what am I generally trying to say? The fact is, everybody must choose where he belongs to. If you're a Hausa, we know where Hausas originate from. If you're a Fulani, we know some places where Fulanis originate from. And take it or leave it, you get to see a lot of them, a lot of the proponents, possibly, in my own opinion, if you are to dig it deep, I'm telling you, these people are not Nigerians. But at the end of the day, when you dig deeper, you get to see that these people are actually after nothing but just trying to conquer people and actually have a place of their own. And one of the excuses they keep giving is the fact that they have stayed in this place despite the fact that they are not resident, but they have stayed here for 80 years or they have stayed for 100 years. But the question I keep asking is, can a normal human being stays in a place for 80, 30, let's even say 40, 50, 30 years in a place without owning a land? Where is the land that the Fulanis have acquired in wherever they claim their indigenous to? Show me the land. Funny enough, Buhari brought up the concept of Ruga settlement. And the whole concept of Ruga was all about compensating Fulanis, giving Fulanis a place to stay or whatever. Other peoples that have stayed in where they belong and their places of origin, did they call on the government to give them any grazing reserve? And if we're even talking about grazing reserve, is grazing reserve supposed to be meant for Fulanis? Or is supposed to be a grazing reserve for the nation and everybody? But here we're talking about a situation where we talk about these people are acting out of victim as a result of victim of circumstances. They have rustled their cows or whatever. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten that? Over time, some of these people, as far as I'm concerned, that are non-Nigerians, have come into Nigerians and have invaded people's farm to eat their farm products. And as a result of that, the tension arises. And you have the likes of Shegumi speaking in their favor, that the government have not been fair to them. In the area of education, in the area of whatever. Tell me, the schools that we have in Nigeria, is there any place in Nigeria, a school in Nigeria, that Nigerian Fulanis that are at least their ancestry can be tied to that place, that they have been exempted from going to the school? They did not. Nobody forced anybody to go to school. My parent and your parent, nobody forced them. Possibly in the times of Sardauna or whatever, people were actually brought to go to school. But after then, nobody forced anybody to go to school. The school is you have the option of either to go or not to go. So what now happens to people? Well, generally what I'm trying to say is, I like this concept that is coming with this new Hausa whatever trying to mobilize themselves to fight this insurgent. I'm telling you, till you distinguish yourself from this concept that brings in foreigners from every other nation, nothing is going to change. And for the minority tribe, stay on your guard. Stay on your guard. Don't let anybody sell those funny stories to you. I am telling you, you know who is your own, you know who are indigenous, and you know who are not indigenous. And don't ever allow any disguise